welcome back to my channel. Don't be fooled. I am pretty tired today. Oh, I lost my tray. Where did I leave my tray? Well, I'm gonna just grab another one. I am super tired because I really am not sure. I just think it's life in general, and that I can kind of sense a flare-up coming up. I can sometimes sense that, and it starts like the way I've been feeling for the past 2 days, but it's okay. So here you can see that I have already started a little tiny bit on this section. I am right now working on a mermaid's bath by Joshia's Sun. This is from JadedGemShop, and it is the Pixel Charted kit. This is actually the same kit that Katie from Diamond and Washi did her conversion. No, not conversion. What am I talking about? Her comparison project between this one and like the hybrid charting that Jade usually does. So yeah, I am on my last 2 rows. I had a remaining like area. Well, not area, like I had a remaining section, like I thought it was going to be 2 rows, but it was like too much, like too long. Usually I do my sections like 12 by 12 or 12 by 13, something like that. But if I wanted to do just 2 rows, I would be needing to make like 12 by 14. So that was a bit bigger than I'm usually used to. And it also is taller than it is wide. So that's why when I put the camera on, I noticed that it was not all in frame. So I decided to flip it a bit. I mean, flip the canvas horizontally. And I've never really worked like this. I either work, like I always start from the bottom of the canvas, and then I do like 2 or 3 rows. And by the time the canvas with all the drills placed is already kind of like hanging down a little bit, that I might start to get worried. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Okay, yawn count number 2. I'm not gonna keep a count, but if you want to, go ahead. Where was I? I completely forgot. Where was I? Was I saying that it made more sense to do it this way, horizontally, because it didn't fit all in frame? So that's what I'm doing. So let's start working on this. The first thing that I want to say is that I am just so happy about the last challenge video that I did, because it's been getting like a lot of engagement. I usually, one of the things, I'm gonna be honest here with you. So I have been a bit discouraged on creating videos because, you know, when I created the channel, I wanted to share the hobby and share it with people who also liked diamond painting. Because in my real life, I don't have that. You know, I don't have diamond painting friends, or not even acquaintances. Well, now I have my mom, but it's not the same. Like, yes, she diamond paints, but it's not the same as, you know, being constantly enabled by diamond painting friends to get things and to gush about different artists and stuff. Like, she does it because it's relaxing for her, and she's not in tune like with any of the artists or anything. She right now, like the first one she did was a witch's bedroom, but because that's the one that I had at the moment, and that's the one, like there was no other option for her to do in that point, like at that point. But after that, the one she chose was like an image of God. I don't know if it's God, I'm not sure, because she's very religious and she has a lot of faith, and she wanted to diamond paint something that she wanted to hang. That's another thing. I don't have any of my paintings hung because I don't have the space. I would love to do, like, to hang a few, but honestly, I do the craft and I do diamond painting. Yes, I love doing pretty amazing images, but like the process is what I love most about it. I love the end result, of course, but the majority of the time, in my opinion, that we, and I think is what most of us do. Like the majority of the time that we spend with the canvas is working on it. And, you know, yes, many people might hang them or frame them, but from what I've seen, at least in the community, most of us don't. Most of us, we do, like, many people do have some hanging or showing or stuff, but it's not the majority of us. It's not like, yeah. So I think I don't know, it just felt a little different. My point being that I was feeling a bit discouraged because, as you know, and I've talked about it many times, finances are not great right now. We're not struggling to pay anything of the basics and anything. What we are focusing, and what I mean, and now that I say this, I realize that it's a very privileged thing to say, but what I mean is that we're focusing on certain aspects of our finances that we wanted to give priority to. A while back, I quit my job because it was a whole thing. It was a huge whole thing. But I never thought that it was going to take me such a long time to get a new job. A new job that I am actually just about to quit because it's horrible, but that's, again, another entirely different matter. Oh, I found my tray, but I'm just going to use a stopper now. And so because of that, and because my boyfriend also decided to change jobs and everything, and he went more on a freelance, like his own thing type of thing, we used up a lot of our savings. We are big savers. We like to think of ourselves as being very financially conscious. We had enough emergency savings to last us a while, but the situation was like, it got to the point where I just was struggling so much to find a job. And also, I have to admit that I was being kind of picky with it, again, because of many things, many aspects of life that I wanted it to fit with. Why is it that everything fits and then here there's a gap? Okay, I need to fix it. I'm sorry. So those emergency savings kind of dwindled a little bit, and we don't really like that. We are trying to save for very specific goals, and that's where our focus is right now. So for the past few months, we have been trying to, that emergency fund, build it up again and get it to the point where we want it to be. And we are prioritizing that instead of fun money. You know, the money that we use to do our hobbies and such. And we do have fun money, but it is budgeted and it's limited. And also taking into consideration that the currency here in my country is different from the US. You know, a $60 diamond painting kit, it's, for me, is more expensive, you know, because of the minimum wage here and all those things that we're not going to talk about. So what we did was every quarter, that's when we get paid. No, not a quarter. That's not how it's called. Bi-weekly, yes. So every check, basically, that we get on a bi-weekly basis, we separate a certain amount for fun money, and we can do whatever we want with that money because it's fun money. But it's not a lot. It's a small amount. And so, you know, in order to be able to buy a diamond painting with that, I might get like a small diamond painting, but I go more towards the big diamond paintings. Like this is a 60 by 90. I've done a few that are 70 by 99, 50 by 99, you know, a little bit bigger. And so the ones that I typically want, or that I would like to want to have, are more in the price range of maybe $64.99 up to $74.99, at least the ones from the Art Club. If we go to independent, like small shops, like JadedGemShop, I think this one was $110. So this one was a bit more it's harder to get there. So, and I do have some money separated for that, for that. But I was also trying to wait for maybe some of my must-haves to come back in stock. And I wanted to save enough money for me to be able to buy like 3, 4, 5 just in one go, just to, you know, buy them and have it done with, and for them to last me like a few months, to be able to, in those few months, save up again for another 4 or 5 kits, you know, instead of going a kid a month or a kid every 3 paychecks, 4 paychecks. Because, you know, I consider myself kind of a fast diamond painter. I know that I'm not the fastest, but I consider myself, and that's because I have a lot of free time. Even though my job is really stressing, it is from home. So on the occasions that we have some slow times, I just can diamond paint in the background. And even in meetings, so when there are meetings where the camera is not required to be turned on. Now look at the mess I did. But I know exactly which one is which, I think. Yeah. So the one that is more corally is the arrow. Okay. Oh, I missed a 4 over there. Oh, but where was I? So I was kind of, you know, waiting for that. And I was actually just about to say, you know what, especially with some of the kits that have been coming out the last 4 weeks, those have been kits that I've been wanting for a while. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, those would be the type of kits that would stay on my wish list, and that for me would be kind of like a must have. Like the Margaret Morales Sakura. Like, she has more diamond paintings that I know they're gorgeous, but for me they're not must haves. Like, for me, must haves from Margaret Morales are, for example, Satura, Chroma. Is it Chroma? I think it's Chroma. Those ones are like, and I was trying to see week by week if by any chance those were going to come back in stock, because it also turns out that every time that I get a diamond painting, and that I say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, something that I've been wanting for forever comes back in stock, and I'm like, oh my god, why? And I didn't want that to happen, basically. And so I was waiting. I was patiently waiting. And as I said, these last 2 weeks, the kids that have been coming out have kind of been like, since the moment I saw them, I already knew they were going to be must-haves for me, personally at least. And yeah, I was really, really struggling with that. I was gonna go ahead and buy them. But then I was in the middle of my challenge, and I actually mentioned it almost at the very end of my last challenge video, that I suddenly get, like, I go into my email, because I check my email every now and then, and I go into my email and I see a message that says, like, from Diamond Art Club, that says your order number is such and such, and thank you for your purchase and everything. And I was like, what's going on? I open it up and I see that the 4 kits that I had in my cart, because that's other thing that I do. I go into Diamond Art Club and I put everything that I want in my cart. And then that's the way I kind of decide which ones are my must haves. Because, I always think that every single kit that is in my wish list is a definite 100% must have. But with time, they start to not be must-haves anymore. Like, I can see myself not having them, and it's fine. But there are other ones that the more I see them, the more I just want to, just say, F it, I'm just going to use my credit card. It's fine. I don't care. I want it. And so what I do is I put in my cart everything that I consider a must-have, or that is in my wish list that is available, because that's another thing. Pretty much only like 10% of my wish list is available. The rest is not. So I'm safe there, at least in part, and a little, yeah, I'm a bit safe over there. And what I do is I put everything in, and I just start, like, right when I see the crazy total amount of like $600-$800, I start to say, okay, out of the ones that I have here in my cart, if someone would tell me these are going to go out of stock and are going to be discontinued, which ones are your 100% definite must-have? And I start deleting, putting them away. And I had a very, very hard time taking the ones that I left, even though they were the newest ones. And something that also I take, is that some of them were like, well, these have been out for a few days, and these are very sought out not diamond painters, artists, for both of the weeks. And I said, okay, I'm gonna leave them here, and I'm gonna think about it, because in my savings as well, I had almost a total amount of that. And I just left them, I was thinking about it, and I debated quite a lot on whether or not getting them, even though I knew I still didn't have that amount saved. And that was it. And when I saw that, this is crooked. And when I saw that all of those were the ones in that order, I kind of freaked out. And I checked the order, and the address was the same that I always use. Everything was like nothing seemed out of the ordinary, basically. Oh, there was something in my laptop and I had to fix it. So I checked, and the card used like the last four numbers, last four digits. I don't have any cards with those last four digits. And I asked my boyfriend, because he has sometimes gotten for me diamond paintings, but never without like me confirming, like, yes, these are the ones that I want, because whatever he's gotten me, he's done that. And it didn't make sense. I asked him, he said it was not him. I checked all of my cards. Like, I have a debit account and a few credit cards. And no, I have 2 debit and a few credit. And none of them, in none of them, the transaction was on. And I was really struggling to, what happened? And so while I was checking that, I get a message from my mom telling me my words are not coming out great today, but it's fine. So she just told me, I hope you enjoy them, or something along those lines in Spanish. And I freaked out a little bit. And I called her and I told her, Mom, you didn't have to. You don't have to. It makes me feel really guilty. And that's the way I've always been. I was never a kid to ask for things. I've always felt very guilty when someone gets something for me, even to this day, with my parents, with my siblings, with with my current boyfriend, with past relationships, with friends. I don't know. I have this thing where it makes me feel very, very guilty to receive gifts or to get something from someone. Even if it's a gift, like I never ask because, and I know that that's like my own traumas, but moving aside from that. And she told me like, well, you have them in your cart. And I went like, yes, but you know, I can sometimes have 20 kids there. It doesn't mean that you're going to buy them. And she went like, why not? And I was like, oh my God, Mom, no. And I told her, okay. And mind you, she had the account because since she has been into diamond painting and she recently finished her second piece, which was actually kind of big one. She wanted to look for more, and I told her, well, get into my account, and if you want to order anything, you can do it. Like, I have the address there. There's like the only thing that you would have to do is select the kits, put them in the cart, and go ahead and with the transaction, and that's it. Like, you don't have to think about address or anything to make it easier for her. And she said like, oh, but you have them in your cart and whatever. And I was like, well, if you want to buy me one and buy one for you. So you know, if that's what you want, but you don't have to buy all that I have in my cart because I had 4 in my cart. And she went like, no, but I want, and you know, I went back and forth with her a few times, and I could not make her cancel the order. I could not make her even like change the order to something for me and something for her. And well, long story short, she bought me 4 kits. She bought me 4 diamond painting kits. And I could not be more grateful. You know, I'm 30 and we have a very special bond. This is something that I also talked about in my challenge video. She was not like, she had me very young. She divorced from my dad when I was still very little, and we kind of were on our own for a big majority of time, a big chunk of time. And I think that made our bond a bit different, not only mother-daughter, but also kind of in a friendship sort of thing. So we've always had like a different type of bond than the one that she has with my sisters, because they are from another relationship and the age gap is a bit significant. So I don't know, I'm just super, super extremely thankful about that with her. Did I count correctly? Yes, I did, I think. So that happened. And I think I'm going to be getting them. I'm crossing my fingers that I'm going to get them tomorrow. Although I don't think I will. Like tomorrow is Saturday because today's Friday. I'm missing one. But I don't think so. I think I'm going to get them on Monday. But I'm so excited. I am so happy. I think that I'm going to be finishing this either by the time I get them or a little bit, like a few days after I get them, because I'm doing about 3 to 4 sections of this one a day, and I only have 10 sections to go. So today, let's say that today I do 3, tomorrow Saturday another 3, you know, it's gonna move kind of fast. Which color do I do next? The G, probably the G. Where's the G? 402. Do I have? Yes, I still have some 402s here. I'm really, really excited about that. Going on another topic of conversation. I'm not gonna even add this in the title or anywhere because I kind of want to just take it out of my chest to the people who genuinely watch, and because I don't want to come across as, you know, gouging for views or anything, but I've been kind of Okay, there's this person, there's a creator who did a video that is, you know, it could be considered as controversial between an artist and a company. I think we all know what, like, if you don't live under a rock, I think we all know what I'm talking about. And like, I don't get what creators get. I mean, maybe I do, out of doing this. I don't think it's necessary, mainly because it's something that is none of our businesses. It's something between two parties that we don't have any inside knowledge of. At least I don't. And even if we did, it's a private matter. At least some of the things that went on in that commentary video, if you will, if you want to call it somehow. Okay, I understand, like, yes, of course, we all have our own opinions. We all have something to say about a situation. That's totally valid. But what I am starting to perceive more as views, like wanting views and wanting followers and wanting to create, you know, creating this drama place, is with like the follow-up videos. You know, I don't think you have to, like, you could have just, like, they could have just made a video, like, stating their opinion and going over their views and whatnot. But what really icks me, I think that's kind of the thing, is this thing where you're going on and on and on, and you're creating videos and videos about it that are like streaming out of that first quote unquote conversation and opinion that you wanted to open. Like, yes, you want to open a conversation, but it doesn't feel genuine, you know? It doesn't, for me at least. And as I said, it really icks me the wrong way. Maybe that's coming from me because I don't like drama. I don't see the point in it. I don't care for it. I just feel that type of drama is so unnecessary. I am someone who is pretty drama-less in their life, like in every aspect of my life. I don't engage with it. And yes, sometimes I have opinions like now, but, you know, as I said, I'm just telling them, like, I'm just going to mention it once and that's it. That's just my opinion overall on it. But yeah, I just, like, I am following the situation, like, from afar, like, kind of creating my own opinions, my own thoughts. But I don't see, that's the thing, I don't see the need, you know? Like, I've talked about this with one friend in the diamond painting community, and they think the way I do. I don't know. It just icks me. That's the word. It icks me. And that's it. I just wanted to kind of express it once, like, get it out of my chest, as I said. And that's about it, pretty much. So, oh God, my back hurts so bad. Oh, here's more of it. I'm having a bit, I mean, not trouble, but it's kind of weird that I had already kind of gouged my, that's not the word. Why do I put words in English where they don't go? I already gotten used to diamond paint in a certain position. And this feels weird, like diamond painting in this, like, I don't know. It's the same, I know, but like, I had the same struggle the first time that I diamond painted upside down. I didn't know what was going on. I think, oh, there's another 2 more G's there that I need to, there we go. Oh, it's so precious. I can't wait to see this kit finished. But on other news, I've been kind of worried about my kitty for a few things. I think I've mentioned before that she was a rescue that my mother-in-law, is that a word? Yes, it is right. My boyfriend's mom rescues kitties, and she has for several years. And she rescued our kitty when she was just a baby. But very early in life, when she was still just a pretty teeny tiny baby, she got attacked by other cats, and like the damage was so big that they thought that she was not going to be able to walk or use her two of her legs properly. And she recovered, and she walks and everything, and she's independent and all that. But lately, in the past few months, she's been having issues, and we took her to the vet a few months ago, and she recommended like we discovered that her bones were like the density in her bones was very low, which could be because of her age, but other thing was the articular space, you know, that the joint where the bone joins with the other bone, like that joint is the space is very small, which shouldn't be. And we're giving her some supplements and everything, and she had been really good for these past few months. But then on, was it Monday or Tuesday? I don't know, the beginning of the week, I saw her, like I'm home 24/7, and I spent the most time with her, and I saw her like what's the word for it? Oh my god, why do I always have to look for words that I know but I don't? Let me see. Wow, such an easy word. She started limping, and it was the leg that I know she has the most damage on, and she was clearly in pain because the way she was meowing, and it was a different sound. You know, I know when she's not happy. I know the meows that she does when she's not happy. And then when she tried to go like from the couch to the floor, or even just change positions, like sitting from one position change to another, oh my god, she made some faces that are pain faces. You know, I never seen her do those faces, and I got really, really worried, and I was kind of stressed out, and I didn't know what was going on. And so we called her vet, and you know what she said made total sense. Like, if it happens to humans, it definitely can happen to cats. And oh look, there's a round. There's a round here. Let's take it out. Around. And the conclusion that like we got to was that, and something that I have been thinking about like for the past few days, and the day where she started to show signs that she was in pain, was that since she was hurt, and we believe that the damage that she sustained was like in nerve damage, and she has always walked a bit funny. Like, she has no trouble walking. Like, I had never seen her wince in pain or, you know, any of that. But you can see that maybe she doesn't have like all the feeling and the perception, because sometimes she would be standing up, or like from a sitting position she would stand up, and one of her paws would be like kind of folded in a weird funny way, but it's like nothing for her. She doesn't seem like to be in any discomfort or anything. So that's my thought, that there must be some sort of nerve damage that doesn't allow her to feel everything. And usually what happens, at least with humans, and what my theory is, is that since it was an injury that she sustained when she was so little, like a baby, like a literal baby, a kitten, maybe her entire life, the way that she steps, the way that she walks has not been the most ergonomic. And so the pressure that some places in her body have been under is not the regular pressure. So with time, with 14 years of life for a kitty, because she is 14 years old, that maybe the amount of now I forgot another word and I need to Google it. Well, is this the weathering, wear and tear? I don't know, that's what Google is giving me. But the amount of sort of, I'm gonna use those words, kind of wear and tear that her joints have sustained has been different, and maybe more than a kitty her age would have sustained, you know, because of her injury. And that has made, like with time, some other places hurt, you know, because pressure has not been in the intended places for pressure to be. I don't know how else to explain it, but we think it's that. And we're gonna take her to the vet tomorrow. Like when we called her, she just gave us some points and some things to look for, like what to do with her in the meantime, because it was not, and that's another thing, it's not constant. It's like it comes and goes. So I also think she's having like some little bouts of inflammation, and I want to know if something else that I'm starting to wonder is, what if, since it's in bouts, it's not something constant, what if it might be that she has some sort of condition that makes her inflammation go up or something, you know, here thinking like a doctor, like I would think about a human. I don't know if it's the same for pets. And she said, well, if she continues like that, or if you are still worried, you can bring her, you know, but it's not an emergency. An emergency would be such and such, you know, if she doesn't eat, if she doesn't, you know, some other aspect. But she's not still showing those aspects. But we're going to take her tomorrow, probably in the morning is when we think we're going to take her, to see if there's anything acute going on. Because since then, like, she showed a little, like, she limped that day and she hasn't shown any more signs that she's in pain since then. But today I noticed her that she limped a little bit, just a little bit, but she was not wincing or making like you know, meowing, like the type of meowing that I know it's not hers, typically hers. So yeah, but we're still gonna take her, and we have given her supplements for her joints and, you know, for elderly cats for these past two months. And we have actually noticed that she has lost some weight, but we have not noticed changes in behavior. So that's another thing that I don't think her weight loss, at least, I mean, one of the things, like the vet recommended her to lose a bit of weight because she was a bit overweight. So we try to make her exercise a bit more. We change her food. So there are different aspects that could be contributing, and she doesn't seem to be, like, she's still herself. Like, she eats very well. She drinks a lot of water. She has always drank a lot of water. She loves her water. She goes on walks. She eats a little plants. You know, her behavior has not changed. So, and the weight that we think she has lost, because we have not weighted her yet to see a difference, because our scale is broken. I don't know what happened to it, but it broke. So we think she has lost some weight, but like in a healthy way, you know what I mean? We don't know. We're gonna take her tomorrow and see if she has lost weight and if she has something like that might be acute going on. And I would like to ask if there is some sort of test about some autoimmune stuff for kitties or something. I don't know. I am maybe going too far away, but like if she were a human, this is what I would do. So there's that. I'm a bit worried about her, but what makes me sad is that I also think it's just age. She's getting a bit older, and I don't want her to get older. And I'm starting to get sentimental because I love her so much. Oh gosh, my baby. Well, let's move on because I am genuinely going to cry right now if I keep thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee because I need my liquids. I swear the last few days I've been making so good coffees. I cannot believe it. Like, I can't. I mean, right now I went out and like my cat sleeps a lot, like every cat does, but she usually sleeps like all the morning until like 2 p.m. or something. Then she like eats. She wants to be taken out. Did I? Yeah, my predator record. I thought I had it. She goes out. She eats her plants. She plays a little, and then she goes right back to sleep. But I get out of the bedroom to the kitchen, and I just hear her like meow, 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 meow. Like this sounds that she does right when she wakes up, like very suddenly. Like when oh my god. And I couldn't find her. I was like, where are you? Like I was trying to look for her like in the regular spots that she usually is. And we live in an apartment, like it's a very small apartment, and there are not many places for her to be. So I was like, where are you, girl? And she was, I think I already, where did I mention? No, I think I said it only in the Discord group, Sophie's Discord group, the Crafter Stan. Is that the word? Is that the way his name called? I think. That what she does is that we have a table outside, and there's like a chair, like a regular office chair that we have 2 of them. So what she does is that the chair would be tucked under the table, and then she would hop on the sitting place of the chair. So she would be like in a space this much, this tall, you know, between the thing of the bottom part of the table and the top part of the chair. Like it's not very big, but you know, I think we all know that cats, physics doesn't apply with cats. Like they are their own state. They're not liquid, they're not solid, they're just cat. So I don't know how she gets in there, but yeah, I just heard her and I was like looking for her, and yeah, she was in that space. I love her so much. Okay, let's move on. We'll move on. I don't really have many things else to say. I think I've been reading quite a lot. Lately, ever a little before that, or maybe since I started diamond painting. Well, I've been so into like just watching like YouTube and stuff that for some reason audiobooks and books in general have not been the same, and they have not been retaining my attention. But guys, this last week and this past like 2 weeks or something, I've been reading a lot. I think that I've read like, what, 7 books or something, which, you know, coming from, I wouldn't call it a reading slump, but maybe it was a reading slump. That's a lot, and I'm enjoying myself. Like, I'm not forcing myself, because that's the thing. I wanted to read more than what I was currently like reading at that moment. And I wanted to read what I usually read and the amount of that I usually read, because I really, really enjoy it, but I was not feeling like it. And I have been, I went into, one day I said, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to finish this audiobook. And I did. I think it's just sometimes the books that I am listening to at the moment that, I don't know. But yeah, that first one, I kind of forced myself to finish. But then the following ones, I was just like, ooh, what's next? Ooh, what's next? Ooh, what's next? And I've been enjoying myself so much. These past 3 days, I have not read as much, but that's been because I've been kind of busy, like life and stuff. So, but it's not because I haven't wanted. Like, I put it every single free second that I have. I listen to it, because also I am the type of person who needs to feel that she's doing more than one thing at once to feel productive. So I cannot just be washing the dishes. No, I have to be washing the dishes and listening to an audiobook or to a podcast or something like that. I cannot be only diamond painting. I have to be watching YouTube, again, listening to an audiobook, something like that. I cannot only be folding the clothes. I have to, I have to do something more. I don't know if it's because I just want to feel productive or I just get bored. Because now that I notice, every time that I do something, I need to accompany it with some form of entertainment. So I think it's more than me being productive. It's me wanting to be entertained, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. So there's that. And I think one of the things that I kind of like doing WIP and chat, sometimes it's hard because yes, I'm talking and doing diamond painting, but it feels weird. I feel that I am not, I don't know, because I am providing the entertainment, if you will. I don't know. It's a weird feeling like that. Usually just like the very first few minutes that I'm doing the WIP and chat. But yeah. And why do I always feel like I am rambling, like saying nothing? I don't know. I always end up feeling that. Like, I kind of try to write down some of the things that I want to talk about. And I don't even go in order sometimes. I just, go from topic to topic, just knowing which topics I want to touch on. But still, I feel that I ramble so much. I don't know. Maybe my head is just a bit chaotic 24/7. That might be it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else, at least not for now, that I have any more updates or stuff to do. I have not done all of the things that I want to do for the change of my name, like the new intro and stuff. I haven't done it. I think I might do it tomorrow because my boyfriend is going to do something like work related the entire day, and I'm gonna have the entire day for myself without job, so that's fantastic. So I think I might kind of start, because I've not even started, because it's kind of dreading, because I'm not good at it. So that might be it. Oh, but yeah, I think this is it for today's video. Excuse my mess. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more diamond painting content from me, please make sure to subscribe if you want, of course. You're not obligated. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And as I always say, don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.